Just like that. Southwest Florida, welcome to Lee Pitts Live on Wink CW Channel 6. Where am I? I'm at the American Legion, about to get ready to cover a fabulous affair put on by the African Coalition of Southwest Florida, their annual dinner and gala. The decorations out there are just outstanding. Big shout out to their president and all the people who are associated with it. That would be Wayne Kabina. Right here we have Doc Irving, the maestro, the head of the fabulous Dunbar Marching Band, and the music director for the school as well. He stopped in here, and you also know him from Red Carpet fame on Lee Pitts Live After Work. Get a chance to chat with him as he's about to embark on a big event here in Southwest Florida where the high school is making history. Welcome to Lee Pitts Live, Doc
Thank you very much,
Irving.
Thank you.
I didn't call you Doc Montgomery by mistake this time.
Not this time.
Man.
Not this time.
Doc, the maestro Irving, on the other side of the microphone right now.
Other side this time.
Man, the best way to describe you is as a visionary. You look out into the landscape and see things that need to be, and you don't look around and say, somebody else need to do it. You go out there and try to make it happen yourself, which is what's going to be happening soon here on December the 5th, the Jamboree, which will be bringing in all of those bands. I know you don't call it the Battle of the Band for tech reasons, but everybody knows what that is. They're going to be coming to local bands here in Fort Myers are going to be performing. So I've set it up a little bit, but I'm going to let you talk. First of all, I said early on, you see things that need to be done and you're able to go out and do them. Talk about where that came from as a part of your DNA.
This comes from early training with my mom, my dad. They put it in me earlier to have initiative. You know, if you see it, do it. If you see it needs to be done, make it happen, and do it a well job.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure the job is done to completion, and don't leave until that job is done.
Mm-hmm. Now, when you were as a band music director, everything is details, right?
Absolutely.
You just have to cover all those details. I see you in there doing it and hearing all these different instruments. When you were growing up and you were seeing other people directing bands, did you ever how do they do that? And now you're doing it.
Absolutely not. I did not want to be a band director when I was coming up. I was playing piano, and I really didn't get the band director bug, I guess, until I got in college. And I was observing my college band director and friends of my mom who were also educators. And I watched how they were such a pillar in the school, not just because they were teaching music, but what they were to the students. They were not just a teacher. Some were fathers. Some was that role model. Some was an adult that they just looked up to. And I said, that is a powerful thing to do. And at the same time, we're enjoying music.
Mm-hmm. So then we get here to Dunbar High School, where you take a position, I think, 4 or 5 years ago.
Yes, sir.
And now the high school band is one of the most celebrated bands here in Southwest Florida. Talk about the Dunbar High School band and some of the achievements that it has made, at least 3 that you're most proud of in this past 5 years.
I'm most proud of our band holding on to its excellent rating with the Florida Bandmasters Association. Every year they are adjudicated on musicianship, drill design, and other factors that surround the marching band. For the last 2 years, we've held on to that excellent rating, so that is very, very big to me, as it had not been done in the past.
You know the general public doesn't even know that kind of stuff happens.
I understand. Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
We are proud of the fact that we attended the Orange Bowl parade 2 years ago. We left with an award for $500 and the most musical group at the time. And this year, I'm adding to that list. We are headed over to Atlanta, for the Chick-fil-A Bowl.
You'll be going back to your old stomping ground when
Yes,
you
I am.
were a prize student in the Morris Brown band.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Does Morris Brown still have a band?
They don't. In 2023, the band goes back active.
Okay, so when they go back active, they need to put you up in the Hall of Fame of one of the prestigious alums who graduated from there and went on to but you were in the movie Drumline. People might not realize that popular movie starring Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
and Zoe, right?
Yeah,
That's her name,
Zoe
Zoe.
Zalanda,
Yeah, that's when
yeah.
I first saw her.
Right.
You know, everybody else know her from all these sci-fi movies and everything, and but I know her from when she was around black folk, when she was in Drumline, that made her actually famous, and then all of a sudden, you rarely ever see in any.
It's hard to believe it's been it was 20 years.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to see her in person walking around?
I did.
Well,
I
she
did.
was bad, boy. Was she bad
Yeah.
in person?
Oh yeah. She I remember her telling me one
Ooh,
time.
she was good looking.
We had a incident during one of the scenes where we were filming, and in my movements, I accidentally hit one of the cameras. She jokingly said, "That's coming out of your check," and I looked at her like, whatever. Okay.
Y'all about the same age at the time?
I think I was a little younger than you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she was. There was a lot of stars in that movie.
Absolutely.
Let's-
Younger then.
So speaking of Drumline, here in Fort Myers now, for the first time I think in recent history, or maybe in all of history, we're gonna have bands coming to Dunbar High School for a jamboree. Describe what the jamboree is, and then we'll get into the pricing and things.
Well, the Jamboree is going to be an event that brings together the culture of marching bands and what we call traditional and show style. We're bringing in 4 bands from the Tampa and Southwest Florida area. We're bringing in Coahoma College and their marching band out of Clarksville, Mississippi. And then we'll be bringing in Florida Memorial and their college band from Miami Gardens there. This is ultimately an event of scholarship. We are wanting our students and the kids of Lee County to see there are opportunities through music. There are opportunities outside of the 4 walls where you go in your school that will open doors for you in the future through these instruments and through your dance and through this art that you have in you.
Okay, and the public is invited to come out to support these children. It's going to be at the North Law Firm Stadium.
Yes.
Lee Pitts Live will be there as a media sponsor. We'll have our whole set out there like game day. It's going to be a whole lot of pageantry there.
Yes.
I think the tickets are $10 in advance. Go ahead.
Tickets are $10 in advance and on Eventbrite.com, $12 at the gate. We also have spots for our vendors.
Go ahead. I think vendors, and you're still open for more sponsors too. Go ahead.
Absolutely.
Sell it right now. Go.
Absolutely. We are
Talk to the people.
definitely looking for vendors to work the event, food, clothing, jewelry. We want you to bring that element to this event. It's going to be big, and you don't want to miss out on it. Our sponsors. First, I got to give a big shout out to the sponsors that have made commitment to this event. Joe North and the North Law Firm, the Fort Myers Community Redevelopment Agency, and the Lee County Visitors and Convention Bureau. They have come together to really make this event pop and do very well. So we still have room for more sponsors to get this event and make it the best that it can be.
What type of vendors are you looking for out there? Food, all types?
We're looking for all types. If you have food, clothing, jewelry, I have one vendor contact me. She makes her own ice cream. So we're excited to check that one out.
Got to get that African Coalition of Southwest Florida out there with their
Yeah,
table. So that's Kabina right
absolutely.
there. He's always supporting the community in any ways that they possibly can. Great guy, Kabina.
Yes.
I'll be talking to him in a minute. You say you can go to Eventbrite.
Eventbrite.com. It is called the Southwest Florida Band Jamboree.
Tell us the times.
3 p.m. on December 5th.
Okay, it's going to be a nice, cool night.
Absolutely.
As the sun starts to go down.
Yes.
And it's a family affair, right?
It is a family affair. We've got one of our own, DJ Skinny, John Crosby. He'll be handling our music and the DJ. We will have a special guest host. His name is C. Akeem McCullough. He's known on TikTok as Dollar Watson. He is a very popular band commentator on TikTok. So he's very funny also. Actually, one of my he was at a camp that I used to work at as a percussionist. So this is going to be a really, really big treat for Fort Myers.
You mentioned some of the sponsors, but you didn't mention Lee Pitts Live, but that's okay. I'll mention myself as a sponsor. People, boy, they never cease to amaze me. All right, now you mentioned some of the sponsors, and I think you mentioned the Visitors Convention Bureau,
Yes,
the CRA, the North Law Firm, and anyway, when you mentioned the Visitors Convention Bureau, the CRA, which is the city of Fort Myers, that lets me know that the city understands the importance of this being a great way to market the city, bring in more economic stimulation, and so on and so forth. Talk about what that means to our city to have this event take place?
It means a great deal of, I'm going to say, a culture infusion. It's going to bring a complete look of music, bands per se, but it's also going to bring people to Fort Myers
Right.
who have never really been down here to see exactly what we have to offer. We're a great town, and we're growing. This is going to be hopefully an annual event with the city backing us. Even Mayor Anderson has committed as a silver sponsor himself. So the city is committed to making this thing really, really shine for our area.
That's outstanding, man. Well, keep up the good work. Before I let you go, I do want to go back to Chick-fil-A Bowl.
Yes.
You're going to be going up to Atlanta. You got an invitation. That's huge right there. Could be Alabama and Georgia in the Chick-fil-A Bowl. That's going to be a big bowl. Tell us what that means to your program to be invited to this.
This is an absolute, I'm going to say, a dream come true as a band director. Stages such as the Chick-fil-A Bowl, national stages like that, you really want to put your students out there so they get the exposure of different audiences and the travel and seeing the places they haven't seen before. And then it's a great branding and marketing opportunity for Dunbar High School itself. We're riding a wave right now. We had an undefeated football team this year. They did great all the way up into the playoffs. We have a new world champion as of last week. One of our students is a Microsoft world champion. Again, as we
World
continue
champion
that shit.
hurdlers there.
Yeah.
Two world record
Absolutely.
holders in the hurdles,
Absolutely.
male and female. They went off to college.
So we're doing great things.
Microsoft certified, one of the top high schools in the
yeah.
world.
Yes, absolutely.
Shout out Carl Burnside, principal.
He is the man. As he says, achievement is the expectation at Dunbar. And we want to make sure, even through our music and our band program, we are reaching goals and making some achievements that these kids are really, it's blowing their mind. I'm really going to tell you, it's blowing their mind.
Going to the Chick-fil-A Bowl, there's some costs associated with that. People can help in that way too. Go ahead.
Absolutely. If you'd like to donate to the Dunbar High School Band for our transportation, our lodging costs in the city, you can email me, Leroy, HILEROY, HI, at leeschools.net. You can give us a call here at the school, 239-461-5322, and we'll be able to get that taken care of, and we would greatly appreciate it.
All right. Well, you got all that information right there. Get involved. Support our great high school, our great music director, and everything that's going on at Dunbar High School, the undefeated football program.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.